something else. Simple as that.
I guess another question I have, because there'll be times like with that where I'll get him up where I just use my arm. Do I need to be wearing a glove so he's used to the glove? Because he just will go on my hand and arm.
I know, and I went in there without a glove. Totally forgot the glove. I'm going to go get a glove. I'm against the glove at all times, and there's trainers that are against the glove at all times. But we have people here that we're trying to keep consistent. So I'm rolling my eyes going, I'll wear the damn glove. That answered my question. What me wearing the glove will do is help the person that's uncomfortable with the trauma they're there on. Or if I go in there with my hair on, says, oh, it's fine, get on it. You might get on it, but not. So,
Yeah, not that we do mine.
well, right, and then I have people that say, well, he's not trying to hurt me. And I go, right, he's not trying to hurt me. But the point is when we're out at a presentation and the little girl holds out their arms to say, look at the hog, the Citan thinks perch, jump on it. Let's try and avoid that. Anyway, so what we're doing, Citan, is these places will do scale work. And they weigh their birds at least twice a day to keep up. So we've got it turned on. Oh, here, let me start over again. So when it turns on, it rotates through its setup. And now it zeroes out with this pad on top. And then there's a tear button in case you don't do that. And we set it for grams. Come over here and say hello, Citan. The cue is a scratch on that turf. And in the training facilities, once they get the good interaction with the bird will be done here with whatever animal they have, but just in moments. You have nesting interest, don't you? So if this doesn't work alone, the next one is with scratch and the word scale. 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 These people that I'm taking these courses from and watching their presentations, they are all fully in the effect of the bird starts the training and the bird ends the training. So if today Citan says, we're doing nest play, we do nest play,
what we're doing.
Skip the whole thing.
Right.
There's no coercion to do this. That way, and part of it is called control and, no, choice and control. We are going to practice the philosophy of the bird has the choice to say yes or no at any given point, and in that way has the control to do it, so chooses to do it more often as a positive reinforcement, starting with food and then just being nice-natured animal, which you already are.
I know, we sit there, him and I, and play twigs for a while.
Yeah.
I'll hand him one and he'll like decide where it goes.
And there's some of the volunteers are saying they're afraid to interact with Citan is not to disturb them. It's like, no, this is social animal. Please do. But, you know, don't mate with them. And then some people, like you were mentioning the feet, and some other people were worried about this. That's just the nesting.
I know we have on Wednesdays, I think I don't know if it was the two ladies that were doing Wednesdays or before, they were like, something's wrong with his feet, and I come out looking, I was like, he's always down there.
There we go. So then we have 6:42. Oops. And then Citan gets the thing. And then try to come back. Yeah, each one of those pieces is about 2 grams worth. That's the way it seems to average out. So we're doing for everybody, we're trying to incorporate this, the scale. So whatever you do, clean, water, nest work. When Citan looks at you and says, "Is it time for shoe?" It's like, we'll get the scale. No, it's time for scale.
Mm-hmm.
And tap the scale and have him get up on there. Now, see, he did it. Now we're trying to cue him somewhere else. Not my arm. That's a no. Back on scale. So every time he does that, you get a deal. And we're trying to incorporate a few different items so it's not just scale.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 642. Then this comes away. And this little thing out here has been helpful for an alternative. We're looking for targets. So eventually, one of the targets is going to be the carrier.
Mm-hmm. Something like that used to be in a carrier.
Right.
He could get used to that.
Right. So then here, again, start with the scratch. We're sticks. We're back to sticks. You do a good job. Is this one a good one?
Oh. Like mess with him. I'd lay one down and man, as soon as I lay it down and pick it up and say, no, that don't belong there. Move it somewhere else.
Freaking human have no idea what you're doing.
You have no clue how to build a nest.
What's the center of the circle called? Whatever the point of this. No, you got to get that point and work from there. God. I can just imagine what this thinking is. Here, that's crooked. And as this gets good for you, it's good for me most of the time now. We used to have to try to lure him here with food. He wouldn't even come. Now, then we had it scratch, say the word perch, or this is called perch, that's called scale. That's the cue we're using.
Mm-hmm.
He's a super smart bird. He's going to know all this stuff. We'd have to have food, scratching, saying scale, 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 and we'd be here for 15 minutes and leave and come back and he still wouldn't even come. Now we can come here and do this, and he's doing it for Nancy, for Scott, for Howard. Who else? I'm meeting Liz on Tuesday PM. We'll be here to have her get this incorporated into her shift.
Mm-hmm.
And then the people having the shift work will have more involvement to be able to be here longer and participate more in the details of the birds of Citan's welfare for the presentation. Huh.
Oh. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I'm going back to my nest. I want to eat the comforts of my home.
Remember when we had him in the parrot porch area over there, we could walk in and hold our arm up and he'd jump to us.
Mm-hmm.
And then that stopped.
I think when he got moved outside, I think he
Right.
started feeling like a little more like a wild bird
Maybe.
or something.
Okay, see this we don't want.
Okay.
That's a no, and then a redirect. And as soon as it goes over there for the redirect, the no should be as quick as possible. And if part of the no is stepping back, but still a non-aggressive no.
Okay.
And then total divert.
Mm-hmm.
And so with this, there's some of the trainers who aren't, because we have trouble putting jesses on Citan because he wants to pick them off.
Mm-hmm.
And some trainers don't want to do the jesses at all either, but you got to be so trained for that. And I don't know if we can ever get there. Hey, come on. I'm not your servant.
You lost it by the strings.
Okay. You just don't like it? It's the head. And it's all orange. Yeah? Get your vitamins too.
Yeah, baby.
You know, this vitamin stuff smells like the vitamins I used to take as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just that vitamin B kind of weird smell to it. it. Want to do scale one more time? What we don't have yet is what we do after this, like the end game. Like go here now. We're working on that. We'll do scale one more time. So we're at 642.
Yes. You're watching them. So bring that thing over here. I'm hungry. You're just too smart there, buddy.
668, something like that. And that includes, so if you ate that whole thing, it'd be up there. That's his increase in weight for the day. He's been averaging in the morning around 650 and in the evening about 675.
Huh. Well, I will give all of this a shot Wednesday.
Cool.
I love interacting with them, so it's...
Well, and this is great because instead of, well, what do I do instead of having him on my shoe or jumping on my head? Well, we've got scale and we've been calling this, I've been calling this the target perch. So if you ever hear me or see me type that or say it, I just want a name for it. Target perch. Because then we can put that anywhere. And, oh, that's the other thing. Right now, I'm setting this up here because it's where Citan is interacting. Sometimes I get here and he's in that middle thing or he's already here. And so I'll enter number 1 and set up in there.
Yeah, even when I come here in the morning, he's in. Sometimes he's over here. Sometimes he's over there. He does move around.
So we want the ability to weigh Citan pretty much. We want him to feel comfortable getting weighed, and eventually getting on glove and standing there and not wanting to leave, where we can then look at his feet, check out the bottom of his feet, check out his wings, his beak, his eyes, and all that stuff, where everyone's able to do that, and Citan knows that's what we're doing, rather than just, you know, his select few buddies. Like, you're his buddy. Howard, Citan comes right over to Howard, and the problem with Howard is, first thing is he wants to run up and get up on his shoulder, which we used to do, and I used to do that, and then I realized in presentations it makes it difficult. So
no, that all makes sense.
That's where we're at.
Yeah,
So use your judgment.
Notorious for that. They used to work in his aviary with him sitting on my shoulder.
Right, and that is a luxury that we had. So if you can find fun in other ways, and even if you come up with a new thing to train for, present it to everybody. Let's start it. So we have scale, target perch.
So once you turn this on again, it'll cycle and go and zero out with the turf on it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do anything other than turn it on and let it do all its cycling and adjusting and calibrating.
Sometimes I forget to put the pad on, and then so...
And that's always just sitting in the kitchen?
I'll show you where this
Okay.
is. We have it in a cabinet in a container away from it, that it's actually put away so it doesn't get abused or whatever. Eventually we're going to be incorporating the step up on glove, but then we need also to do something with that. We don't know what we're doing yet. Maybe it'll incorporate, I think the carrier will be the next one. And I like your idea about putting the target perch in the carrier. That's because I was thinking
at some point, because that's what that came out of, and it's like, that's, he's like, hey, come on, you didn't finish your food. He wants to treat him. Hey, look, something new. Come on, Citan, you're smarter than that. Come on.
Thank you. That's it.
All right. Well, okay. No, that's fun. Glad we got to spend that time with this stuff. But yeah, I knew none of this. And I have no issue with interacting and doing stuff with Citan.
Right.
And like stuff like this is gonna. Well, I think you get it. Stuff like this is gonna help, and it's not messing up what you guys are trying to do.
No, this is actually a benefit for everybody. So we have general training where you come in and you do scale and target perch, and then Howard comes in and does scale and target perch. Will you take this again? Be right back. Okay. Thank you, Citan.